Today I will explain how we protect the rope from the edges of the casing stones and the edges of the casing stones from the rope. And there's much more to that. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're absolutely new to the channel, you should really watch the nutshell video first. It's just 90 seconds and will really help you to fully understand the content of this and other episodes. In this episode, we will cover the last of the basic questions, how to protect the rope from the edges. A very simple method would be this. We take a log, polish it, and if the log is not perfectly leveled and or the rope is not pulled perfectly straight, the rope will have a tendency to move sideways and potentially leave that log. We don't want that, of course. So we add some pegs as a guidance for the rope. We then cut out a triangle, the same shape as the shape of the edge we want to protect. Oh, and we better wait with the polishing until after that cutout. It saves some work. In fact, we only have to polish those surfaces of the log that actually come in touch with the rope. We will use that simple method to protect the edge of the part of the layer that has already been built. The force that the rope applies to our log will hold it in place, but if the rope is moved in the other direction for the next stone, even without a load, the weight of the rope itself would cause enough friction to move the log out of place. So we want to tie it down with ropes and to some pegs maybe, but we have to consider that we will have to move the log every 5 to 10 stones. So it might be easier to assign a worker to hold it by the ropes or just push it down. It might even be enough if he just sits on it. Well, that would become the most sought after job on the whole pyramid, right? But we can't use this simple method for the edge of the casing stone at the near end, because if we did, this would happen. As the sledge goes up the side of the pyramid, the angle of the rope to the desired direction, indicated by the blue line, is pretty narrow. But as the sledge goes up, that angle becomes wider, and if we reach the edge, you can see that basically only half of the pulling power of the team goes into moving the stone upward. We could compensate for that by doubling our pulling team, but there is a better way. We want to put our log somewhere along the blue line, so the rope can pull exactly in the desired direction. But where exactly do we put it? When the center of gravity of the sledge and stone is just a little bit above the vertical line to the edge, it will strive for a new balance, which looks like that. So indicated by the horizontal blue line. Then the sledge will swing around along the blue circle, but if we have put the log not high enough, it cannot reach the horizontal blue line. But as it now pulls vertically, it will be significantly stronger than our team just a split second ago. So it will pull the whole team back some centimeters. If that's just 3 or 4, it's not a problem. But if it's 30 or 40 centimeters, no, we don't want that. And we can avoid it. There is one point on the blue line where the distance between the attachment point of the rope to the log is the same length as the distance from the log to the horizontal blue line. If we put our log there, the sledge will swing around the new blue circle and land smoothly in the desired position, like this. Well, logs won't stay up in the air where the designer placed them all by themselves. They need a support structure. That would look somewhat like this from the side, and like that from behind. I will call them portals. The force that is applied by the main rope can be split in two components. One is vertical and sustained by the pyramid, and the other one is horizontal, and we have to compensate for that by adding some peg or ropes, whatever. On the other side of the pyramid, the far end, things are similar but different. We cannot apply the very simple method here, because if we did, the poor last worker of the pulling team would be, and not only him, would be pinned down by the rope, because the rope wants to go on the dotted line. So we want to place our log on that small blue line going up, and horizontally we want it a little bit above the already built part of the layer. So we place our portal here. It looks the same as the one on the near end, just with different dimensions. And the force applied by the rope can be split into components. One is sustained by the pyramid and the other one is pointing downhill. And we have to compensate for that. But as we are standing on the casing stones, pegs are not an option here. We don't want unnecessary holes in the casing. But we have our bosses, so we will use ropes to secure the portal. So now we have covered all the basic stuff. If you found that, well, interesting, then be prepared, because the next episodes will get really interesting. As always, please like, share, and subscribe, hit the bell icon, leave your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.